I'm a pig. It's bedtime stories again. Scared little friend. Bullet comment. Don't be afraid to clasp your eyes. Strange Talk Society. Horror Linyi stories contributed by fans. The following is told in the first person. Remember not to watch it alone at night. Telephone. That's what happened last week. I myself don't believe in supernatural beings, but this one kind of scared me. That night I was going to bed. The phone suddenly rang. It's a phone call from Beijing. The number is 0101630. When I saw this number, I thought it was a scam, because my dad was deceived. So I thought about ending and scolding him. Turns out it doesn't matter. It scared me into a cold sweat. On the other end of the phone, similar telegrams of different frequencies kept coming. Machine sound. It gives you goosebumps. No one answered the phone as I spoke. I thought it was a prank. Then I hung up on him. It was past 11 o'clock. It really scared me. The next day I thought about calling back and asking for an explanation. So I dialed this number. Call in seconds. It's still going to come out like that. I'm starting to feel uneasy. The sound of each connection, the frequency order is different. Sometimes there are some surprising goosebump sound. It was noon that day. That number is calling again. I took it without hesitation, still making that weird noise as usual, but this time it scared me again. About 30 seconds. There came a hello. It's a very deep male voice. Sounds like an uncle. I called him, and there was still no response. Then repeat the sound of one frequency. This number will call me once a day from now on. There is no fixed time. Occasionally I hear the man's voice. He doesn't just say hello. Sometimes he would say, "Stop calling me." I was really scared. Therefore, I asked my friends around me to call this number one by one. Bombing. The same sound. This submission is included in 2021. It was on an online forum. There are so-called death challenges. And 12 a.m. Video of making 3 ghost calls. Someone on Baidu Tiba also posted that. There will be a BB company. Wait until 27 seconds. He will automatically hang up. If you don't believe me, you can try it. Many netizens have tried it. Exactly? But these numbers are not supernatural calls. It's just a dialing method that's no longer used. Looking back at the past, this decade, or even 2, many things have changed inadvertently. Stop and look back. Already an extravagant hope. Strange. A few weeks ago, around the beginning of August, I listened to ghost books before bedtime to hope my wife's kidnapping association, because I feel this kind of story happening around me than the ones in the movies. It scared me a lot more. Therefore, I prefer this series. There were 2 headlines for the story at noon that day. One is a shadow. One is a freak. Reminds me of before. Something that happened to me. Terrible thing. So let me give you the first one from my personal experience. Strange students remember when they were very young. Maybe 1st or 2nd grade. I'm playing in another smaller house. Going home almost at dusk. At that time, his family has a very good relationship with my 2 families. That night, his mother's cake. Let me take some back for my family to eat. Found me a white plastic bag to pack and go home. Halfway home, I suddenly heard a small voice. Say it behind my ear. I know that voice sounds young. Too small to distinguish gender. I was terrified. Hold the disease tightly to your chest. A sharp turnaround. Found nothing. I was so scared that I ran home. If this is an auditory hallucination, what about the second story? when I was very young, too small to remember how big it was. He must have just started elementary school on a summer night. We lived with our grandparents. My mom wasn't home that day. I really want to go to the toilet, but I dare not go because I was very timid when I was a kid. So I asked my dad to come with me because my family lives in a village house. That's why the yard is huge. My dad and I walked along the east wall to the toilet. The toilet is in the southeast corner, but just then, I looked through the grape trellis that my house had planted before. Looking into the yard, I saw a dark figure standing there. The man had one hand in his pocket. Then tilt your waist. Look at me with your head tilted. One can only see his outline, but I can't see his face or the clothes he's wearing. He is like a sticker. Translational rotation. Always keep facing me. That feeling is indescribably weird. At that time I asked my dad, what about grandma? What about grandpa? Because I thought my mom wasn't home. It could only be grandpa or grandma, but the answer my father gave me was, Grandpa has already fallen asleep, because Grandpa has the habit of going to bed early, and Grandma is still playing mahjong outside. So I asked my dad directly, Dad, look who is in the yard. Dad took a look, covered my eyes, and turned my head away and said, don't look at that. Who is there? Don't talk nonsense. And then I went to the toilet with my dad. I went back to the house to sleep. To this day, I still don't know the dark shadow I saw that night. What kind of light is it? This story was told to me in my childhood, because we are from the same village. Another elementary school, not far. So, after school in the afternoon, we often do homework together. This story, I was also doing my homework in elementary school. He told me about it. He said there was a very strange thing last night. In the middle of the night, suddenly a light came in. I don't know, from outside the door. Or did it come in from somewhere? That light is very bright. I couldn't even open my eyes. So he kept his eyes closed. Strangely enough, the tighter the eyes are closed, the stronger this light gets, until he suddenly opened his eyes. The light suddenly disappeared. Look down at your phone. After 2 a.m., he broke out in a cold sweat, and he described it to me. That light is like a flashlight. Buckle it directly on the eyes, and take the same photo. And where will this light come from? The above is what fans submitted to Uncle Ghost, Rich's weird horror experience. If you also have something that you can't explain, even creepy stories, welcome to contribute to Uncle Ghost. Okay, this issue is over. Don't forget to like and follow. Comments and likes are the greatest support for Uncle Ghost. See you in the next episode.